Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video. And in today's video, you see the title, we're going to talk about it. I have a couple of things I want to say. I have a bunch of clips of different celebrities in here. This isn't really about one person or another. I just have a bunch of clips. Some people this does apply to who you see the pictures of, and some people it doesn't. So just keep that in mind. Also, thank you to my returning subscribers and thank you to my new ones. I'm glad you guys are with me. I'm growing. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. We talk about all types of crazy shit, okay? So just stick around. And let's go ahead and get into this video. So, this is really more of my opinion rant style video. It's about time that we stop worshiping celebrities. It's about time that stan culture is like abolished. And I've kind of touched on this in other videos here and there, like sporadically, but it's about time that we just hang it up, flat screen, give it up. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. And the reason why I say this is like, these celebrities are just people with money. And a lot of the times they don't even have money like that. I mean, they do compared to us, but like a lot of the time the industry be like really manhandling these people and they don't have nearly as much money as it seems like they do. Listen, I think it's time we stop worshiping these celebrities. They end up disappointing us by being problematic as hell, saying or doing things that are, distasteful, or saying or doing things that you wouldn't say or do, or just having just different attributes and traits about them that you're like, oh wow, this isn't really the best thing. Well, maybe because they're an imperfect human being and we've pedestalized them because of XYZ. Now, it's understandable to pedestalize people or to recognize people because of their talent. Like, I have a lot of favorite celebrities, but like, I don't stand anyone, I don't idolize anyone, I don't worship anyone, and this culture is so toxic. Like, the stan culture landscape is so incredibly toxic, it's so incredibly unreasonable, and it's nothing that I want to be a part of. And I don't want to be a part of standing a regular person who is just like you and me. And people get so caught up in stan culture and celebrity worship that it causes them to do crazy things. And it's like people are brainwashed. It's like people, fan bases are doxing people. They're mean, they're rude, they're nasty, they're harassing people, they're sending death threats to people. Like, we have to stop and fanalizing these folks. Like, we have to stop feeling entitled to their lives also. So like with celebrities, we have to stop feeling like we need to know every single little thing that's going on in their lives, or whether they're pregnant, whether they're not, who they're dating, who they're not. It's like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, yeah, sure, it's interesting. Yeah, sure, it's cool. But it's like, to get to a point of harassment of others, to get to a point where you're a part of a fan base and you're harassing people, it's like, okay, where do we draw the line? Like, for example, Ariana Grande. A lot of people aren't happy with her. And, a lot of her fans aren't happy with her because of the fact of the whole Ethan Slater thing. And yeah, that's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, Ariana Grande is a regular person, and we don't know her at the end of the day. We have these ideas of what we think these celebrities are in our heads, and it turns out they end up not being what we think that they are, and they end up disappointing us. Maybe you wouldn't freaking date a married man and then decide that you want to be in a public relationship with that man and cause all of this devastation in his current family. Yeah, maybe you wouldn't do that, but your favorite Ariana Grande does. And that's her personal decision, that's her life. But I just don't think it's necessary to be standing people and being overindulged into this celebrity culture when they're gonna screw up just like regular people would. You know what I'm saying? This whole Nicki Minaj situation going on. Nicki Minaj is a rapper. She's very talented. I grew up listening to her. Okay, she makes amazing music. She has for a very, very long time. The whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. She was keeping it in the music. They were going back and forth like traditional hip hop, MCs would. It was normal at first. But then Nicki Minaj started taking it to another level. She started bringing up Megan Thee Stallion's mother. She started, talking about how she was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. She started ranting on Twitter, calling her all types of bitches and whores and da 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 da. and taking it to a whole nother level. And, some people who are stands of Nicki Minaj at this point, or Barb's, are like shell shocked. They're bewildered. They're like, whoa, what is going on? Well, don't stand people. That's just my logic. I just don't I don't want to be, I'm not shocked by what any celebrities do. I'm shocked, but like, I'm not shocked to the point of like, oh my God, I'm so hurt because this is my fave. Because at the end of the day, we don't know these people. And these people go through their own stuff. They have their own issues and they're going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day. I do not attach myself to them in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't. I appreciate them for their art. I appreciate them for what they can do. I appreciate their talent. But to attach myself to them in any kind of way other than that, I have never done it. And I guess I am different in that way because a lot of people do. We see all the crap that's happening with Kanye West. Kanye West is doing fine in terms of, he's not in the news right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on with him making like anti-Semitic comments and him like propping up like racism and, saying and doing things to seemingly support racism and the justification behind that. And it's like, there are Kanye stans. There are people who are uncomfortable with what he's saying and doing because they love him so much. But it's like, you got to let go of that attachment that you have. And I understand, it's because they might have had an impact on your life in some way with their art or their music. I get that. But we have to look at them as, what they are, a celebrity who you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I tend to not be surprised by what any celebrity is doing anymore. I tend not to be surprised in terms of like getting my heart involved, if that makes sense. Also, people like Diddy, longtime hip hop fans are devastated by all the stuff that's coming out about Diddy and his alleged abuse of women and men throughout the industry from the time that he was put on all the way up until now. People are shell shocked by that, which I'm not really surprised because I am a little bit of a conspiracy theorist and I think that there's a lot of crazy crap going on behind the scenes in the industry that isn't really being talked about or revealed right now, but it's gonna come out. I feel like there's a lot of sick crap going on that we, the people, really don't know too much about. So me, when I hear about things like coming out about like Diddy and da-da-da, I'm not really surprised by that. But again, if you're like a really diehard fan of somebody, you're gonna be hurt. You're going to be personally hurt. And how you can stop yourself from being personally hurt is by not participating in celebrity worship and by not participating in stan culture. It'll save you so much pain, I promise you. It'll save you so much pain, I promise you. Heartache, disappointment, like literally people are like heartbroken by a lot of the stuff that they're hearing about their faves, or they're extremely upset with them to the point where they're like going off on them on Twitter and Instagram and this and that. And it's like, I never have the energy to do that because I never cared like that much. I never had that much of an attachment to feel the need to like yell at people for like the decisions that they make. And because I don't expect anything from them. All I expect from them is, hey, drop a song. Hey, put out your work. That's it. I really don't care much more beyond that. Cardi B, Doja Cat, Cardi B is always getting clocked because she's constantly yelling at her fans, screaming at them, telling them that she hates them, telling them that the fan base is trash, telling them this and that, saying that, whatever she be saying about them, she be cussing her fans clear the fuck out. And her fans be hurt by that. And then Doja Cat, she does the same exact thing. Going on live, cursing out her fans, saying she doesn't love them, saying she doesn't need them, saying she never cared about them to begin with, saying she doesn't know them. And her stan pages were deleting their pages. And a lot of people who were stans of Doja Cat stopped associating with her because she was treating them bad. I would have never stan nobody to begin with. And that's what that's where you have to start. It's like, I'm cut, you got to cut the emotional attachment off of these people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're just people. They're just people in a higher place with money, And I know it's easy to infantilize that, but you gotta stop. If you're doing it, it's time to stop. But anyway, I love you guys. This is just me ranting because I love to rant about topics that I'm passionate about. I love celebrity culture, I love pop culture, I love music. And there's just been a lot of shit that I've been seeing. And I'm like, all right, it's time to talk about this. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you're like, there's nothing wrong with stan culture or celebrity worship. And it's not to say that you can't have a fave. So this isn't to say, you can't have a fave or you can't love someone. Because I love a lot of people, but it comes to a certain point. It comes to a certain point and then it's cut off from there. I don't go past a certain level, if that makes sense. But I love you guys dearly. And if you're new, thank you for being here. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.